Puerto Rico. January 6th. Realizing what life is about. To be an indigenous person and African American. Life is about dying. We all are going to die somehow. Now, how we're going to die, that's something else. But in the United States, so many different ways to kill you. And they almost had me psychologically. I lived 53 years of a lot of crap. Growing up, always wanting more. Being the biggest, baddest dealer around. Legit business, illegal businesses, business is business. But the point is that simplicity, when you come to a third world country and see that no one cares about the things that we care about in America, that's exciting. And to come to an island and have sun, and people that like you just for you, they care for you, they feed you. America's pains. I've traveled a lot in my life. I've traveled more than most people, mentally and physically, fighting all type of wars. Addicted to the streets, addicted to my woman, addicted to my kids, addicted to success, addicted to somebody just trying to steal the things away that I treasured so much. And it creates a real different person within you. It makes you into an animal of a human being. Sort of like the Incredible Hulk. So I understand the concept of that cartoon. You know, to have friends that was what you would call a cop. And then to be a robber, or a dealer, or a street dude. What is the name when it's just your friend that happened to work for the other side? Or I had to do what I had to do to live. There's no black market business I haven't done or understand. It's all about the chase. And I've been running all my life. And I'm finally understanding that it's all a game. Regardless of what you're chasing, you're going to be eating the same things that they're bringing into the country. And the news is going to feed us the things that they want us to listen to. Sort of like that COVID shot that did something to my brain. I'm not sure if it made me into an artist, but it made me into documenting my recovery. If I was able to recover. And I think I did. I think I'm ready to talk about my experiences of growing up in Washington Heights with Dominicans. Being an African American. Understanding the culture, not understanding what black people are truly going through. But now I understand that, you know, the plans of immigration is really meant for me. Just to crowd the streets. So people become addicted to all different type of things that they never had and call them unique. Whether it's women or the drugs. But the drugs are not made in America. They're made in all the little islands where the hardworking is hardworking, and eventually they come to New York or other places to find their numbers, to make their money, to come back to a place like this and have a home where they have the sun and the mango trees and cats and the roosters. Americans don't have this opportunity. Most African Americans landed in jail or addicted and passed down addiction to their kids from the 80s, from all those drugs. It's really hard to see simplicity sometimes when you know that you're struggling and you live like a millionaire and you had successful businesses, you operated so many different people's lives. And then one day you can just breathe in another place and feel something totally different, and not wanting to return back to that place. Washington Heights was rough. Very rough. Especially for an African American that had an identity crisis, I believe, and thought that I was going to be with my family for the rest of their lives. And thought that I was going to be with maybe the partner that I had at the time, but unfortunately, Caribbeans have another type of way of thinking and feeling, with no disrespect. But I'm filming all of this because I wanted people to, like I said, feel my journey. And it was very rough, because I believe that my brain was very melting down and didn't feel healthy. And I knew something was wrong because I know myself. And whatever's in that COVID shot made me into something different. And a lot of people see me a person that I wasn't. And I lost everything that I worked for, everything, every single thing. But my name is what it is, and the streets know me, and that's what it's all worth. That's why I have raw footage, because I don't care what people think anymore. Not that I ever cared. I did what I did and I went home. Systemic people care. But life has been very difficult to really understand the tricks of the medicines and the medical departments and these doctors that really know the truth, but they're giving all this medicine that's medicine, not drugs. But people like me gave drugs and not medicine. But it was more like ghetto medicine that I had to run for, that I didn't produce. But it was all over, and I was a part of it. But I always moved on to other, what they would call crimes. But I did it honorably, never forcing somebody to do something I didn't want to do. My cannabis business was just amazing. I had so many warehouses, so many apartments and houses filled with marijuana. And today it's all over them. It's just all over. It's just like the booze. Prohibition. The geniuses of this game. They show us movies of what the mafia went through just to survive for families. Then at the end of the day, arrested everybody and snatched it all from them, and Jesus. It's the way I see it. It just happened to us as well. all set up from the early 80s to 2025. It was amazing. 50 years. 50 years of one big game in Washington Heights. Feed them something that's going to poison them. And that can be anything. A woman, a donut, coffee, bakeries, coffee, pills from a doctor, pharmacies, smoke shops. The brain is very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. And I know I went through a brain episode after that COVID shot. And I became a journalist of my life after that. After I lost it all, after COVID. You're not supposed to work like a slave for money that's really not worth anything. What is money if you don't have love or care or life? A big game.